think we are live. There we go. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well. So let's do it. So today is going to be a smooth one, a very simple session. Today it's all about HR automation. HR automation. So let's see what we can do with HR automation. What is HR? What can we do with HR automation systems? So I want to make sure it's short. Okay. So we're just going to go straight into the session. Just a moment. I hope you are well. You can say hi on the chat. This one is going to be easy, very easy. Very simple session to do with HR automation, automating HRs. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's do it. I'm just going to continue. You can say hi on the chat. Yeah, we are well. We are well. This one is easy. You're going to be sharing the HR automation, and I'm going to show you a demo of what we're going to be doing, in which it's very easy. We are going to do automation to do with HR. And for example, you can see one of my automations right here. This HR system, and in which, let me just zoom a little bit. And explain what's really happening here. For example, let's say you are an HR and you need to automate your recruitment process. For example, people send you CV, their qualification letters, all this, they apply through your email. Then you should just go to the email, fetch the emails, fetch their CV, fetch their profile, then determine if they qualify for that role in this position, in this AI recruiter, then upload their CVs in a Google Drive, in which you are going to see an example of that. Then after that, then you can also upload their details on Google Sheets. And in case you want to send them an email, you can send them an email. But the good thing is that you don't have to think so much whenever you are executing this. Let's say it's in the morning and you want to see how many people are qualified for the role. You just need to ask this AI. This Telegram trigger basically does this. For example, let me show you. This is my bot. So you just need to text the bot, in which this is the bot, and says, for example, JavaScript developer. So immediately I text this, Telegram bot. That automation should go ahead, execute itself, execute all this workflow, then basically fill all these other details. That's what we call AI agents in in play. So AI agents in play. So that's what we call these agents in play. So we are expecting to do that kind of automation. So that's what we want to automate when it comes to the HR. So you can check out Cira. You can check the link on the chat. That link can lead you to Cira, and that should give you should be 30% off. Thank you very much, Zav. Where are you from, Zav? Where are you from? Thank you very much for subscribing. Anyway, recently we've been doing, when you check on the channel, we have been doing job scrapping automatically. Do you know that you can scrap jobs with CiraIQ? You can just create an automation, for example, this automation right here, in which it goes ahead, scraps all the jobs that you qualify, then apply the jobs on your behalf. Thank you, from India. Oh, thank you. Appreciate so much. I hope you enjoy. You can check out Cira. It's an automation platform. You can automate anything that you want to automate. Thank you very much, Zav. So you can just basically automate this. You can automate your job search in case you want to automate job searching. So this is how it does. You just create an automation. You can select from templates where you just need to upload your CV right here, the job that you want. Then it will go ahead and check all the jobs that you qualify from different platforms. For example, from all these different sites, the Remote OK, Remotive, all these from LinkedIn, from Glassdoor, from Dice, all these automations right here, all these platforms right here. It will go ahead and apply the jobs for you. So you have a default of few platforms. Otherwise, you can upgrade to get these extra platforms. You can upgrade for, I think, 2 to 3 USD, depending on the number of sites that you want. So you can just basically go and scrap jobs. It will apply for you every single day. You can set up triggers. We have over 50 plus nodes that you can connect with CiraIQ. You can connect your WhatsApp, your WhatsApp triggers, and all those kind of things. So that's just one of the platforms that we have that you can automate with CiraIQ. You can automate as many things that you want. For example, in case you want to do with you want to scrap X, and in X, the moment that you scrap, you just want to see the jobs that or anything trending on X or Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and then you want to create content based on that, then that means you can go ahead and do that freely on CiraIQ. Otherwise, we have a plan that you can, there's a plan, several plans that you can check out, and depends with what you want. So in case you sign up with the link that is on the chat or in the description, you're going to get 50% off of this. So we have an offer that you are going to, there is an offer in short that you can get 50%. Ignore this 40% here. You can get 50% with that. Thank you, Zav, for always being there for new devs. Yeah, so you can check out, you can automate as many things as you want, over 1,000 executions per month. So that means that's a lot. You can't even exhaust that kind of executions. You don't have to pay for you to be in the free plan. You don't need to feed your card, all those kind of things. You can check out the free plan. There's the paid plan, monthly, yearly, if you bill yearly, all those kind of offers. The good thing, in case you sign up with the link in the description or in the chat, you are going to get 50% off. So those are just basic examples. I think other features that we can check out before we go to the automation that we want is basically the tools. You don't have to think so much. In case you want to create an automation, You just need to, in case you are not aware or you have an idea, you can explore the templates right here. You can explore the templates right here. And in these templates, you can see all these different kind of automations that you can check, HR, newsletter, all these kind of templates, just some few templates, all those kind of anything to do with social media. But in case you have the idea in mind, you can check out, you can chat with the AI right here. For example, you can just type anything. For example, post-generated AI content. For example, let's assume this is a whatever I want to create. Depends on how you describe your prompt. Then you can submit. Then AI will go ahead, depending on the idea that you have, then it will go ahead and then automate that. Create that automation. Then your job is just to configure. See, how quick was that? Then you can apply to Canvas, and there we go. So you can create all these kind of automations for free with CiraIQ. So those are some of the features that CiraIQ has. And for example, for the job applications, you can get 50% off. I think CiraIQ has an offer of around 1 week to try out the job application for free, and then it will be closed. So utilize that chance, utilize that chance. So let's automate HR. So let's automate HR. And the idea is for automating HR, it's very simple. Now let's assume you're an HR. People send you CVs, all those kind of although let's say you have advertised a job and then they apply through your email. Just go fetch the email, scan with the AI if this person qualifies according to your criteria that you want, then upload their CV in a Google Drive, in a unified Google Drive. Then you can upload them into a Google Sheet, for example, like this. Let's see this Google Sheet. This is the person who applied for the job. They have qualified 82% qualification. These are their skills. Extracting from those PDFs, those docs, all those kind of CVs that they send. Then you can check their CV. These are the qualified candidates, the borderline who did not. Somewhere there you can consider. Then people who have not qualified for the jobs depending with your criteria. So that's what we want to automate today. Very simple automation. So how can you do that? So let's just go ahead and create that automation. So I'll just create new. I can build with AI, whatever I feel comfortable with. But for now, because I know what I want, let's just automate that manually. Otherwise, you can use the AI, you can use the templates. So for this canvas, you just need to click, drag and drop. You just need to click, drag and drop. Just need to do a simple click, drag and drop. Then from that, you can basically do something else that is let me share this screen very well. Anyway, you can say hi on the chat, guys. Feel free to say hi on the chat. So after that, this is the Gmail that will fetch all the emails from my Gmail account. Then I need the AI recruiter. We have so many nodes here that you need to use. You can check AI assistant, AI content generator, AI for analytics in case you are in data analysis, AI for recruitment, AI for talent matching, all those kind of things, job recruitment, all those nodes. So many dedicated nodes. The good thing is that you don't have to pay for these API keys. They are already catered for by CiraIQ. So this one is very simple. Just connect. In case I didn't want to connect this, I can just click the connector and then disconnect. Very easy. Then I can just go ahead and connect again. Click, then drag all the way to connect and the next node. This is the node that will do all the matching, extraction of the files, all that kind of things. Now after this, in case I wanted the CV or their CVs uploaded in a Google Drive, I can just search for Google Drive, and there we go. I have my Google Drive here. I have my Google Drive. I can arrange my canvas however I want. Then I have my Google Sheets. I can upload Google Sheets right here. In case I wanted Google Sheets. Google Sheets is the general Google Sheets now, but in case you want a dedicated node for Google Recruiter, you can use this Google Sheets Recruiter or these platforms right here. And then I can connect end to end. So my automation will look like this. Anything else I need? And actually that one should work without having to add so many nodes. Imagine only 4 nodes you configure and then you are done with your recruitment process. Very easy. You are done with the hassle of doing all that recruitment process. Very easy, very easy. Now let's configure all these nodes. Let's authenticate and configure these nodes. So I can see an error here that I need to save. So I can't run this, I can't configure this. So let me just save this to HR automation and say YouTube live demo. YouTube live demo. So this is the file name. Then I can basically save. Very easy as just clicking save. Then I have saved my workflow. Now, since I have saved my workflow, I can configure all these nodes. Very easy. I don't have to worry. Configuration is very easy. Just authenticate, fill all the keywords that you need, and then you have your automation ready to run. For example, let's configure this Gmail to extract all my emails. Gmail to extract all my Gmails. So I just need to click the node. So the moment that you click this node, double click, single click, it will work. So the moment that you just do the click, then it should work. So I need to configure this. So I need to configure all these processes right here. So I just need to connect my Gmail, then this is the Gmail. Now, let's assume that people are sending emails on this Gmail account, that they are applying for a specific job. So I'll just go with the domain that I'm okay with, the field that I'm okay with. That is the software development field that I'm very conversant with. So I'll just go with that. So I can authenticate Cira, make sure that you authenticate Cira. It's a very secure platform. You don't have to worry about those restrictions. You can see my Gmail node has connected successfully. So for now, I just need to configure. Fill some few details, just 3 details, and then you are done. Then you have your Gmail done. For example, I'm hiring for, let's say, marketing manager, community manager, all those different fields. Let's assume now you want to hire all those different fields. Now, it's up to you now to configure the domain that you are hiring in. Let's say I advertised a job looking for JavaScript developer. Looking for a JavaScript developer. So this is the field that I'm conversant with, JavaScript developer. Yeah, that's correct. And now, for example, this is what happens here in the email search keywords. Whenever people are applying, basically, you'll apply and say, let's say, for example, this is the email that I'm applying. So basically, mostly the subject will be application for JavaScript developer position advertised. That's an example of how these emails are applied for. So I'll see the email content might contain such keywords. So those are the keywords. For example, the keywords I see here, like um, is live now. For example, this is a keyword, is live now. So that's how you determine the keywords right here in this note. So the email search keyword will be application for example, let's say JavaScript developer. Let's say let's just narrow down to just these three keywords. Let's say application, open role. Let's say we have this open role. These are just keywords. Now assume these people applying, you posted these jobs like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. Now that criteria, add extra skill here or extra filters and just say, let's say people started applying from yesterday, from 1st of this month. Because this is the Gmail for test, let me just choose last year, because I'm pretty sure we must be having the 2nd of January 2025. 2025, 2nd of January. So that one should work. I must get this. So by default, just leave everything. You require CV. Of course, it will just go ahead in that email, fetch the CVs in case we have CVs. Then after fetching the CVs, then it will extract the content or the juice in that CV. As easy as that. Configuring that Gmail node. Imagine we are done. It will fetch all the email in now. Imagine we have done me going to the email, checking from these thousands and list of email, then checking the emails who applied for this position or specific position. Let's say I advertise like 10 different positions. Now, who applied for these different positions? All that kind of activity. You just need to fetch those specific emails. Then with that, it will fetch on the power of AI agents. Now, for the next node, this one is very easy. Just leave everything by default. So which AI do you trust the most in extracting the juice? I trust OpenAI, but I feel like using cloud today, so I'll use Cloud Opus. Let's say cloud, let me just go with OpenAI and use the Turbo. I can use O1 reasoning. All these are AI models. Which one do you trust the most? So let me just go with GPT-4 Turbo, and I can leave everything as default. Otherwise, I can just fill the skills right here. So for the skills, I just need to select few things right here. So remember that we applied for JavaScript developer. Yeah, let's just leave everything as default. Position is JavaScript developer. I just want to fetch anything to do with JavaScript developer. Leave everything by default. Remember, in my job criteria, I said I just want to fetch people who applied for these jobs and have 3 years of experience, 5 years of experience. Of course, they have listed that in their CV in some way. So I'll choose the years of experience. Let me just go with 3 for now. 3 years of experience in JavaScript. Otherwise, I can add like 10, 20 years of experience, depending with whatever I want. Let me just go with 3 years of experience for now. So in this JavaScript developer, remember that I wanted extra skills. In whatever position, you like communication skills. So communication should be one of these skills. Communication skills should be one of these skills. And of course, if you're a JavaScript developer in whatever field that you are hiring for example, I'm using the field that I'm really conversant with, and I'll say, for example, if you know JavaScript, you know Node.js, obvious, and you know TypeScript, obvious, Because nowadays we are talking so much about AI. I can say AI agents, I can say I can say machine learning, all this kind of machine learning. So let's just put all these around six, yeah, these six skills. So these six skills, the automation should go inside the CV, extract. Does this person has these skills? Yes or no? Do they qualify? Do they have communication skills? Do they have all these kind of skills? So these are the core skills. Am I hiring for this position? These positions needs you to have these certain skills in this certain field. Then nice to have skills. These are extra skills. The extra skills, of course, I can say people and culture. How well do you relate with people? People and culture. This person can have AWS skills, whatever skills to do with communication. Again, I'm repeating myself, but it's okay. It's okay, I can repeat myself. They need skills in GCP, Google Cloud Platform. I'm going with the field that I'm really good in, that I understand. That's why I'm choosing all this. Maybe currently we need Docker, obvious. So these are nice to have skills. It's not mandatory. It doesn't mean this person has not qualified for this position, but if they have these skills, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Communication skills, all those kind of skills. So these are extra skills. People hire according to education level, depending with whatever job that you're applying for or you're advertising for. So can we go with what kind of skills? Bachelor, whatever. Let me just choose any because it's a developer field. You don't need these education levels unless it's the old systems where people check on papers. So the scoring weight. So the scoring weight should total to 100. For example, what we mean by scoring weight, okay, in the process of examining this CV, I need to check the experience level. How good are you experienced? I said 3 years of experience, but do you match the 3 years? Okay, between 3 and 2, still 2 fits, but I would prefer 3. So that is the experience. So that is the percentage. Do I want 100% means I need the 3 years of experience. Now this one I can give a leeway in case this one needs to happen. I can give a leeway. The skills, I've highlighted several skills here. But do you need all these skills? 50-50 should be somewhere. So 50-50, I can change all these. I can change back to 50. Education, it's not mandatory. Let it be 15. Others, let it be, example, like 5%. You don't need to have all these skills. So the rest you can, everything you can just leave as default. As long as you configure the skills, whatever is here, you can configure and leave everything as default. Now, this one has taken like, let's say 20 minutes to create this automation. A normal HR would have to go through the emails, read through one email after the other, then examine if this person really fits this position. And imagine we are done with that AI node. Only 2 nodes. We have 2 nodes left. One of them, let's say now we extract the CVs, and these are the qualified candidates. For example, these are the qualified candidates in this Google Sheet. In this Google Sheet, these are the qualified candidates. I just need to go and again, for human input, I can check the CVs. I don't need to go back to the emails and then check on the emails and see if they qualify. Now I can upload their CVs right here. That's why we have the Google Drive. That's why we have the Google Drive node here. Google Drive, obvious, you need to authenticate it just to make sure that you know where to upload your Google Drives. So I'll check my Google Drive right here. and then my Google Drive, authenticate my Google Drive as well. Yes, I need this Google Drive that is connected to this email. There you go. My Google Drive is there, is connected right there, connected. So after I connect my Google Drive, this one should be very simple. I can choose these actions. In Google Drive, you can do so many things. You can upload, you can read files, you can do whatever you want. So in case you check these actions, there are several actions here. Create a Google Doc file, whatever you want to do in Google Drive. For now, I'll choose upload file because I want to upload the CV that has been extracted, or the CV that has been extracted from this email. So I'll leave like upload file. Then do I need the file name? Really, it's not mandatory, but otherwise I can say today's CV, today's CVs. Is it direct content, or do you want to upload it from previous node? So I can do direct content, I can do previous node. Previous node means, here basically means, listen to whatever previous action happened before you execute the Google Drive node. Listen, so whatever happened was from the previous node. The previous node was the AI recruiter. So that's what the previous node means. So I'll extract that from the previous node. So I'll leave this as default. By leaving this as default, that means AI will figure out by itself. Do I need to set this file type? Not really, it's not mandatory. I can leave that so that AI figures out by whatever it needs to do, whatever it needs to do. So right here, I can say, no, not the Google Drive that I want to upload my CVs to. I'll call it recruitment, let's say by Evans. So this is the folder that I want to upload my file to. This folder does not exist. First of all, this folder does not exist at all. So it will go ahead, check. Do we have this existing folder? Yes. Do we, in case we don't have this folder, create and upload the CV inside that folder. So that automation will basically do that. Otherwise, if this folder does not exist, create the folder and upload. If it exists, upload still. And then imagine we are done with that node. Very easy. We are done with that node. We don't have to worry so much about these nodes. Feel free, guys, to like the live. You can check the previous automations, the previous live sessions that we have had. And yeah. Now the final step, very simple step. Now connect my Google Sheets. Why am I connecting my Google Sheets right here? This one is very simple. It will just go ahead and upload everything here for my reference. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Connect that. So obvious, I need to connect, or I need to authenticate my Google Drive, my Google Sheets. So let me just choose the same email. I just want everything to cut across the same Gmail. So because I trust this platform, let me just do that and then continue. Then continue. And that is authenticated. What not this is? This is the Gmail, the Google Sheets recruiter. But in case you wanted a separate Google Sheets, you can check, you can just search here for Sheets. We have several sheets right here. Sheets, these sheets. Create new. In case we don't have a existing Google Sheet, create new. But in case we have existing Google Sheets, for example, I have this Google Sheet right here, I don't have to create new. For new, you can just add all these limitations right here, all these fields, the spreadsheet name, the position, whatever that you want. So because I have existing sheets, I just need to check these sheets. So I'm just going to add content inside this Google Sheets. So for example, this sheet is called React JS Developer. So in case I append and scroll down, I can select a sheet. So if I click select a sheet, I can see a list of sheets right here. So what I need to do is just connect this. There we go. My Google Sheet is already appended right here. So it will include everything right here in my Google Sheet. And then the maximum qualified, I can do as many as I want. Let me just do 20, borderline 10. So basically this means the maximum qualified candidates. This is the maximum qualified candidate. Yeah, and imagine with that, all this automation is done. And by running this workflow, it will go ahead and do what? It will go ahead and execute this and do the recruitment for me. How long did it take? It took around 30 minutes, 36 minutes to create this, and then it will do that by default. Otherwise, in case you are too lazy, just like me, you can add things like you can schedule every morning or after every like 5 hours. You can schedule a trigger. You can schedule a trigger. You can see here, schedule a trigger here. So in this scheduler trigger, you can check run once, run recurring schedule, run daily, after hourly, how many hours, like 5, 6 hours, after every 6 hours, it will go ahead and do that on your behalf. Then it will keep automating this. It will keep running this after every hour. But in case I want to do it daily, I can select day, start time. It should start tomorrow on Thursday, 9 a.m. and it will select my local time right here. To select my local time. So it will work with the local time in which country you are, whatever country that you are, or location, it will select that. So it will basically run next tomorrow. So I can connect this node, then tomorrow it will recruit on my behalf. Very simple, as easy as that. So this workflow is not yet over. You can stretch it as much as you want. You can stretch it as much as you want. So in case I'm too lazy, every time it does this automation, I keep forgetting. So I can add WhatsApp. I can add WhatsApp at the end. So immediately you are done, connect WhatsApp, then it will send a text message to me that we'll see this. It will send a message for me and say that this is done. I can see the drive link, the down link, whatever, Gmail, download link. So it will send me this sheet and I can add the message, whatever message that I want, the moment that it's done. And when you check your WhatsApp, you can add that. In case I don't want my WhatsApp connected, don't worry. We have Telegram. There is Telegram that you can connect right here. In case you want to do that, you can connect that. And then whenever you connect to your bot, it will go ahead and do that. Send that to Telegram. But also, in case you are working with a team, in case you are working on a team, you don't have to worry. You can connect as many apps that you want. For example, Slack. Let's see if we have Slack. In case you have a Slack team with a channel that has, like, let's say we have 5 recruiters in this company. And because we are recruiting in masses, now you can send them after people apply, they can check. on this Slack, and the moment that you authenticate Slack and authenticate your channels, then it will send that notification to that channel. Endless possibilities. But in case, again, let's say we are doing this for the lazy people like us. In case I don't want to do this, I want to make it a full working agent. This one is very easy. You can add things like the Telegram or WhatsApp trigger. So what does it do? What does it do? What does it do? So let's see. This one we are going to experiment it. So let's say, for example, let's say I want to run this every single day, but in between the day, I feel like checking. Whoever qualified. So I can connect my Telegram bot right here. And for example, I can go to Telegram. These are my bots. You see these two bots here. These are my Telegram bots. As you can see, it's a bot. It's not just a user. So it's a bot, and you can create a bot with bot further right here. So you can check the bot. You can create a bot with bot further. This is the bot further. So this is how you create a bot. Just go to bot further, then you just text it. This is a new bot. It will tell you new bot. All right, whatever. Yeah, just a conversation and add your new bot name. All those kind of bot names right there. So you don't have to worry. So the moment that you are done, you just, for example, this is my working bot. You'll just tell it, where is my bot? Let's say I'm recruiting for the JavaScript developer. I can just simple word like JavaScript developer, then it will go ahead and execute this workflow on my behalf. Make it a whole agent, a complete agent. Yeah, something like that. You can stretch it as much as you want. It's not limited. You can stretch this however you want. For now, let me remove these two nodes and test if my workflow is working. Test if this is working. We want to work with proof. So this is the sheet that it should add this. It should add these new candidates. So for me to test, let me separate this so that I can see the new entries. So anything past this orange line, it should be the new candidates. So let's do this. So let me run this and make sure this one works. So I'm going to run this. In case you fall into any error, you see your logs right here. It will tell you whatever you have fallen short. Then you can go ahead, then do that, fix that. So you can see this one is doing the recruitment, just doing all that process of recruitment, filtering candidates. So basically this one is working. It's doing all that magic, matching the criteria, all that kind of work. But just let's say, in case you have a working agent, because that one is working, and then you said your agent, then you're always going to get emails that your agent has executed automatically in case you have that. So let's just wait for this to complete, and then we are going to check the outputs and confirm if these agents are really working. So yeah, you can say hi on the chat in case you have any question on the chat. Make sure that you like. You can give me a like. You can give me a thumbs up. You can say hi. What do you want to automate? You can say whatever you want to automate. And we can create a session for that. We can automate still live. We still have time to automate. So basically this is doing all that recruitment process. So let's assume that I already scheduled this. So I just need to sit, relax, take my coffee, and then this one will basically do that recruitment process on my behalf. So it will just take its time, like probably 3 to 5 minutes. Now, depending with how many people have applied. So every time it will just go check this one CV, scan all the way to the end, scan the next all the way to the end. There we go. It's uploading the file now. As you can see, we can see the running process. It's uploading the file. So once it's done uploading the file, it will go ahead and create the Google Sheets. You can see around 3 minutes now in this execution process. There we go. Let's see how long. Around 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 1 second. I think it should be done. It should be done anytime. So we can check our Google Sheet if it works. There we go. You can see it added an extra column. That is column number 11. Yeah, see this executed successfully. This one worked successfully with no fails. So if we check our Google Sheet, you can see one new entry. This person has all these criteria. You can see, and we can see the Google Drives. You can see now this is the CV this person that submitted in the process of application. So let's examine this CV or this portfolio. You can see, let's go to the skills. This person has React.js developer, JS, TypeScript, obvious, weird AI somewhere, AI, there we go, machine learning. This person does not have communication skills as part of his skills, but that's not a problem. Maybe they forgot to add this CV. So this is my own CV, don't worry. This is my own CV, and you can see 5+ years of experience in software development. So basically it went ahead, scanned all these CVs, then it did all the magic, and there you go. You can see I also got an email that said my automation is ready right here. In case you wanted to flex, stretch it further, say you can add, not like let's see, the Telegram trigger. Let's see how we add this. Let's see the Telegram trigger. Where is it? Let me just refresh this and add the Telegram trigger. There you go. I just want to test if this works, and it should work. So you can connect to a bot, and you can see already I've connected to a Vancify bot. See this bot? When I go to my Telegram, this is the bot, the Vancify bot. This bot here that I was just showing you. This is the bot that we had. So it's already connected, otherwise it will tell you connect to a bot. It will tell you connect to a bot. And it will also tell you, maybe I have several bots. So let me just use this node, this bot, and it's actually now listening to this bot. It's now connected. Now, whenever you do that, now it's fully connected to this bot. So it will listen to anything that comes into this bot, and then it will execute. For example, now in this bot, I need to set keywords. If I text this bot certain keywords, it should know that it should execute this workflow. Let's say now we have like tens, hundreds of workflows. So I need to set keywords like this. Like developer, let's say developer, keywords like JavaScript. Now, these are keywords that I need to text this bot to do. So is this a private or public bot? This one should be private bot. I'm sure it should be a private bot. And imagine with that, with only two configuration, adding the keywords, connecting the bot, and setting it to private, you have a complete agent. So let's test this if it works. So let's see the last execution. The last execution should show somewhere here. So it should load the previous executions and show the previous execution. Otherwise, let's see, so that we can prove this works. You see this one here. How many? These are two oranges. You can see two columns with orange. So in case it adds the third one, then that bot works. So let's test our bot. So I'm going to text it JavaScript developer. So that bot should go ahead and trigger this automation. As we can see, we can't see any activity going on. You can't see any activity going on, but be assured this bot is really working. So we are going to wait for around 3 minutes, and then we are going to come back here and we are going to see column number 12. This row number 12, not column, row number 12, then it has extra field. When that executes, and then we are going to have an email that this one executed successfully. But otherwise, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. In case you wanted to have a conversation between you and the bot, that one is very easy. You can just have a conversation with the bot that easy by adding extra nodes. So for example, let me check at my previous conversation right here. Now, this is one of my nodes, one of my automation that has that complete feature of conversing with the bot, having a talk with the bot. The first node was the Telegram trigger that we just configured. Then the new nodes are AI conversation. So when I check AI conversation, we have nodes that like the AI conversation, like conversation. I can just search for conversation AI, and conversation reply. So the moment that I'm conversing with this bot, then I can get a reply from this bot. You know what? These are the qualified candidates depending with the intent. So I can configure that very easy by configuring all these situations. They extract the intent, generate the response, things like the full pipelines, all this kind of stuff that you can just connect with these bots. And then it works behind the scenes. It works behind the scenes. So our 3 minutes are not yet over, so it should execute and do its magic. There we go. You can see. There we go. It added 2. Actually, we got 2 extra candidates. Automatically, we did not run this workflow. Let's see. Let me show you something. Because this workflow is one of them that has conversation, let's go back to my Telegram and see if that worked. See whatever I texted. By default, what did I get? This response here from this sheet. So that means we have conquered the agent. We have conquered the agent, and the agent worked. So because we have 2 similar workflows that are working the same, because we have this conversation and conversation reply, that's why we have these automations, and then we have these conversations. So the moment that it's done, you can do that. The easiest thing, because I don't like things to do with my WhatsApp, so that's why I prefer Telegram. Otherwise, you can do the same with WhatsApp. So those are just the agents. This platform is free. You can access it for free. You can have free access. Otherwise, you can also do We have paid options for you to run most of these applications. You can get uh, the Pro plan. The Pro plan is going for 25 USD, but in case you use that link in the description, if you use that link in the description, you are going to get 50% off. The link in the description has 50% off. Get it with 50% off of this description. Yeah. So basically that's simple. You can automate as many things that you want when it comes to this kind of automations. Automation is endless. And this is one of the best platforms that you can access with the paid, with the free, and also the paid plans. So basically, that's how these kind of automations work, and that's what we call AI agents. So that's just one of them. Check out, make sure that you create an account with CiraIQ. I'm pretty sure that you are going to enjoy your automation journey. And you don't have to worry, you just need to text the agent, and the agent will just do whatever task that you want. Otherwise, you can check out the previous videos. You can check out the previous videos, and in the previous videos, all these agents are already showing how you can automate with these different agents. So to keep it short, check out the link in the description. In case you found this helpful, make sure that you subscribe so that you get tuned. Turn on the notifications as always to make sure that you get all these content. You can join our community, join CiraIQ. It's one of the best platforms that you can access. Otherwise, you can also sell your own agents in CiraIQ, in the CiraIQ marketplace that is coming up. You can check, you can explore these features for free. Otherwise, also the job scrapper. Let me just show you the job scrapper quick that you can utilize. The job scrapping, for example, an automation that scraps jobs for you on your behalf. It's already here. It's already here. You just need to configure. For example, I apply for jobs. I just upload my CV. Make sure that I have a Scrapping Bee API key. Just click here and then you go to Scrapping Bee. Just make sure that you log in. Get your free, it's free. You get free API for scrapping. Just go ahead, paste it right here. Then configure the jobs that you want, all these kind of jobs. In case you want to get more platforms to scrape, you can check whenever you click these paid plans, you'll get access here, and then you can basically subscribe with $3, $4, $5. Then you can get all these other extra slots to automate your job scrapping journey. And imagine just configuring like that, uploading whatever jobs that you applied, then configure the email node. It will go ahead. Let's say this company advertised this job. It will just go ahead, send the email on your behalf, then apply all these jobs on your behalf without having to hustle, without having to struggle too much. So basically that's it, Cira. Make sure that you subscribe every Wednesday. We are always here to automate. Make sure that you subscribe and join CiraIQ. So that's it for today. See you in the next time. Same place, same time. Peace. Anyway, you can check out the description. You can buy me some coffee, guys. I think I've done some good job. You can check the description and you can buy me some coffee. You'll get a link to buy me some coffee. Have a nice week, you guys. See you in the next one.